Jason Rink, co-founder of the Iowa Alliance and Iowa Liberty Council. Jason is the contributing author in the recently published biography of Congressman and personal hero, Ron Paul, the book, A Life of Ideas. Jason's work has also been featured on their website, LouRockwell.com. He's a former pastor and currently resides in Clintonville with his wife of 11 years and their 10-year-old son. Welcome, Jason Rink.
Hey. All right, audience participation, right? Okay. All right, most of you know who I am, so I'll just introduce myself just a tad. Being here in Cincinnati, I'm from Anderson Township. Anyone else? All right. I didn't go to UC, but I did spend plenty of time in Clifton going to punk rock concerts. And when I was in college, I majored in drugs, and I don't mean pharmacy school. All right, so I also probably can't run for president because of that. But you know, yeah, I guess that's not stopping people these days. But I want to share something with you that happened to me. Is that 15 years ago, roughly, I was introduced to a book with a message of liberty that changed my life radically. It was the Bible. And it was about the same time that my college roommate died of a heroin overdose. Just to give you an idea. I was spared from that, that end. My parents, they tried to prevent me from making bad decisions in my life, but they gave me the freedom to do it and to experience the consequences of those decisions. And God saw to it that He would change my life with this book. I became a pastor. I became a disciple of Jesus Christ. But the other interesting thing that happened was about 4 years ago, I came across another book with a message of liberty that changed my life. It's the Constitution of the United States of America. And that book so radically changed my life that now I'm at the Tea Party equivalent of a megachurch at a pulpit preaching liberty to you big folks. And I've become a disciple of liberty. This message has been a brush fire in my heart and mind, and I've wanted to take it to the American people. And you know what? I was Tea Party before Tea Party was cool. In 2007, in December, on the day of the actual Tea Party, I was in Columbus, Ohio. It was about 8 degrees, and about 80 of us were having a Tea Party in 2007. And we were throwing boxes that said IRS into the Scioto River up in Columbus, right? Good times. We are in comfort now compared to them. And after that, I started an organization with some other people called the Ohio Freedom Alliance and the Ohio Liberty Council. The reason I'm speaking here, I guess, is because I've been in the trenches for the last 3 years, volunteering my time and effort, trying to change Ohio and this nation for freedom and liberty. And I want to use a quote that a hero of mine, Judge Anthony Napolitano, says. He says, in America, we have a one-party system. It's the party of big government. There is a Democrat version of big government and a Republican version of big government. You know it's true. The Democrats want to be our mommies. They want to make sure we get enough to eat. They want to tell us what to eat. They want to make sure that if we don't have anything nice to say, we say nothing at all. Republicans, they want to be our daddy. They want to pass laws that criminalize personal choices and throw people away in jail. We have the biggest prisoner population in America of any country in the world. Is it because Americans are bad or because we have too many laws? The Republicans want to prove that they can beat up everybody else's daddy. But today, it's like some sort of political union has taken over. And now they get in there and they say, no, we rule. And we tell you what to do. And they take the fruit of our labor on tax day, more than their share, to fund big government. And listen, can I get real with you today? Because George Bush got a standing ovation when his face showed on that screen. But do you realize that he presided over, he took $6 trillion and made it $10 trillion of deficits? Is that conservative, people? No, it's not. He ran a campaign about not nation building and not policing the world. And you need to understand something. We haven't declared constitutional wars in this country. We need to do that to protect our soldiers. Because the Constitution was there to make sure that there is a definite goal, a definite end. And if we're going to demand that the Constitution is obeyed across the board, we need to make sure it's obeyed. Let's get a constitutional declaration of war. These are some things that I need to say that are hard. Because listen, Republicans do not have credibility when it comes to limited government. They don't. And listen, as a pastor, if you're a Christian, you're familiar with the deathbed confession, right? The Republican Party was dead in 2008. They didn't die of natural causes. They destroyed themselves. They betrayed their principles. And now, you've got a lot of deathbed confessions going on from Republicans. They're like the next founding fathers, all these guys, right? They're waving the Constitution around. They're all about limited government. They can talk Tea Party with the best of them, can't they? They're born again fiscal conservatives, right? It's just like if I ran up a credit card and then handed it to my wife and said, now don't spend any more money. I won't buy it. Show me your deeds, not your words. And so, I'm not here to just take Republicans to the woodshed. Listen, they're better than the Democrats, but that's not the standard. That's not it. Anyone can be better than a Democrat. The Democrats don't claim to defend liberty and limited government and fiscal responsibility, but the Republicans do. At least with the Democrats, you usually know what you're getting. So, hopefully, some of the conversions that we're seeing are legitimate. And what we need to do in the Tea Party